Hello, everybody. Oh, wow. I thought I actually didn't have the desktop audio. Oh, nope. I'm trying not to break into the air guitar. I mean, hey, that's good. Let me mute it, though, if we pause it real quick. There, we'll do it in source. Welcome. Yes. Yeah, more big giant circles, more Minecraft, but hopefully only for a couple more weeks. Because I think I kind of indicated earlier, this is only ever supposed to be kind of a stopgap. And I think I know what I want to do next. I think I finally found something. There. So welcome to building a keyboard and mouse, probably, because I figure if we've got the CPU done, we might as well get the keyboard and mouse done at least before and then maybe we can come back. This is not going away. This world is not going away. I can come back to it anytime. But I just kind of got smacked in the head by inspiration over this week, and hurts, by the way. Inspiration is tougher than you'd think. A little bit stronger than I expected. But yeah, got smacked in the head this week with inspiration. So, hopefully gonna get some... Unfortunately, I got smacked in the head with inspiration, like, yesterday. So, I didn't really have time to put anything together for today. Next project, but I've already started doing some preliminary research. Perspiration does hurt more, yes. I will be doing probably some of that because there is a cozy roaring fire next to me. Because it is... Oh, it's up to like 33. Cool. Nice. But we have cozy. I have cozy wood stove. I have cats staring at me like they want my blood, but so cats. And we're gonna get going. Oop. I see an Othello. Yes, Othello. Hi, come here. You want to come here and be on camera? He's like, no, I am not coming behind the desk. I am standing in front of the desk where you cannot get to me, so that you do not try to do something silly and undignified like put me on the interwebs. But welcome back to me. I would love to, but let's get over while we're doing. Where is Minecraft? Let's get the music going again. Because I need the rhythm too. I would love to get Kitty on camera, but my kitty is incredibly... oh wait, this is from when we were playing with Chisels and Bits. I guess it helps to let everything catch up first. Like, for real? How do I get rid of all these bits? I have tried to do a kitty cat cam. He is unfortunately incredibly smart and does not like to be on the internet, as I tried to... Also, I don't know if my camera's gonna stretch this far. Yeah, camera doesn't stretch. He is at least that smart to know pretty much where the camera can be. And I've tried to do an on the floor on a tripod cat cam, and if he sees something on a tripod on the floor, he won't come near it. Oh wow. I guess this is what I have to do. Let's build a computer with instructions that executed by cats. Yes, it does whatever you... So, some would say that's already what computers do. Ha ha ha. Forgot we left this mess here. I think I meant to log in and clean this mess up, and I just never got that far. That's called Windows, yes. Yes, Kinnan does. He demands revenue share. I mean, he gets revenue share in the form of trees. I don't know what he thinks he's thinking. But, that's... He does, however, like, maybe if he falls asleep, I can sneak up on him. But yeah, no, I tried to take my old iPhone. I have my old 5. Let's take a look at this. This is what we did last week. If I can... Am I in survival? Yes, I am. Right, because I was playing with chisels and bits. So we have we populated the motherboard last week. And we labeled everything like dorks. ROM 1, 65C816, game port, the IWM chip, the battery, chips. Oh yeah, no, the Minecraft speedrunners are unreal. Take batteries out. This is Chat's fault right here. Yes, 48K RAM. This was Chat's idea, was to put lava around the battery, and it's like, see how it's spilling out all over the case. So accurate. Okay, yeah, I can totally do that. Or I could actually just get the mic where it belongs. That would help a lot. If only chips were so well labeled, then 48K RAM wouldn't need high def shots of motherboards on stream. But they, see, the nice thing is they kind of are on the 2GS. Because I don't know about other retro computers. You're welcome. Yeah, mostly the mic wasn't where it needed to be. I think I just pushed it away when I was farting around with the camera. On the GS, the motherboard is very well labeled. Like, it'll say like it says CPU, it says ROM, it says game, it says, like, it tells like some of these labels, like, what is this one? This is standard RAM is actually a silkscreen on the motherboard. Sound RAM. Yeah, the inside is just as good as the outside. Oh, this is the only chip I don't think I actually like. This is the fast RAM. This would be more RAM if I felt like building a card. But yeah, everything is pretty well labeled. Oh yeah, we were gonna put a plug in. We need to put in a plug at least. Unlike Amiga, who thought it would just be funny to fill their machines with... Yeah, no, but if you ever get a chance to look at the... I don't have a bench stream set. But if you ever get a chance to look at... the GS motherboard is incredibly well labeled. I think we filled these. Yeah, we did. So this is, by the way, how the invisible lights end up making things look. Aside from being incredibly sparkly. Holdover from Atari. I mean, at the end of the day, these machines, and I identify female, so I get to, you know, I feel. For the most part, I know there were exceptions, but these were all guys, and young guys at that. So what would you expect them to name things after? I mean, Star-Lord ship, the Milano, Star-Lord ship in Guardians, was not named after the cookie. Let's put it that way. A 3-pin joystick. Like, okay, I'll bite. Because I'm not 100% sure what you mean by that. But yeah, so we have the joystick connector only has 3 holes. Yeah, no, I'm sure they were naming... Yeah, no, I am 100% aware they were mostly naming things after their girlfriends. Like, that's, like, not even remotely a shock to me. Alright, so, keyboard and mouse. Mouse. The mouse is gonna actually be hard. I realized as soon as I said that. Let's invent stupid acronyms. That's what Lisa stands for. This angle is going to be incredibly hard to replicate in Minecraft. Kind of didn't think about this before I started this little project. This is going to be really hard to do. Also, check out that overhead view in the upper corner. Where the mini-map is, and it actually kind of looks like a populated board. That's really cool. Okay, get that started. I think it was Apple tried to tell everyone it was local integrated systems architecture. Apple was full of it. We will finish this logo at some point. Like, if you've ever watched... Oh, I need quartz. This is all set up for this before. The board is just... If you've ever watched Pirates of Silicon Valley, he's just like, what? Lots of guys here have kids named Lisa. It's like, no, dude, it's your kid who's named Lisa, and that's the problem. Yeah, I could use the chisels and bits. I'm trying to limit chisels and bits only because, because chisels and bits this week. Last week we tried to start, and I still have the graph. This way it goes. Chisels and bits is fiddly as heck. The personal electronic transactor. See, I always like that it's a computer that's your pet. My pet says he doesn't want to be a computer. So I figured out what the problem is that I did with my with this graph that I plotted out. I used graph paper like you're supposed to use graph paper and not like graph paper like Minecraft thinking. So the center is the line and not, I needed to make the center the blocks. That's why I was having such a hard time last week. So I actually need to sit down and completely redo this based on Minecraft blockage and not just like if I was plotting it on a 40x40 screen. I don't know if there are RoboCats. So that's where we are with this. Alright, so... yeah, so that's what happened. That's why I looked at it, and I finally figured it out that is exactly why we're having the problem, is because I didn't think Minecraft. I thought, yeah, this would be fine if I was trying to, like, plot it on the low-res screen, or if I was using, like, perler beads or something, but Minecraft is just a slightly different animal. So keyboard. I don't have to invest in graph paper. You can print graph paper. I have graph paper. I just think it's in storage because I bought a whole ton of it for when I streamed Nox because I was planning on making like maps and stuff. So we know for a fact that the keyboard, because we can set it down on the desktop and see this. If I make room on my desktop. I clean my desk. We know that the first, where the reset button is, is matches this, so we can start there. We're gonna put the keyboard right here. We'll start with that. But yeah, well, actually, so that is why, like I said, that's why people are like, why do you use the GS for streaming? That's, I think I've said before, that's one of the reasons, is because it has the detached keyboard. Is this only 5? Yeah, I think so. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Gonna get my handy dandy ruler out here. This little lip. We're gonna build this little lip. I am not. This little lip is just about an inch, so 4 blocks. Okay, so this is, and then this, I guess we'll do like this. Oh, I know. I also tried a Wombat with a USB dongle for wireless keyboard and mouse. See, I'm not a wireless person. I'm a gamer. I can't remember. I think it was on one of the Mac Pro groups. I want slabs. I want quartz slabs. Do the keys with. If we figure so, fun fact, if thing I just noticed now, fun fact, if you set the keyboard up next to the GS CPU with the keyboard lip on the top matching the front thing on this the GS, the 2 Apple logos line up. Like, not even kidding. I don't know if you can see that. Probably not put my mail on stream here. And since this is Apple, you absolutely 100% know that was on purpose. That was by design. That is totally not an accident. Crap, I have to file. So we know that that's going to be our reset button. Lurk food. Yeah, I'm working on more commands. I want to get Lurk up and running. I want to get Shoutout up and running. These are not things I need to do. So I guess I'll talk a little bit about what my next project is while I'm doing this, but yeah, chicken pie is good. I had a beef and lamb gyro for dinner last night. It was really good. These smoles are out of town, and I filed my taxes. Yay! So I treated myself and I ordered out there's a local place that has a really good, I got a gyro, I got some of their onion rings and some of their homemade potato chips. The homemade potato chips were just like chef's kiss. They were even better than the place in Harper's Ferry, and I thought those were like the best I had ever had. This place and this place up here, like, those are like second. I like food. Tonight, however, is frozen lasagna because I feel lazy because I have to go to work tomorrow. Because tomorrow is a snow makeup day. I do not have the day off, so I have to go to work tomorrow. But yes, chicken pie sounds really good. I get frozen pot pies all the time. All right, so here's the trick, right? I need to build up. Ooh, red beans and rice is good too. I need to find a good mild. Like, I love red beans and rice. I don't like how spicy some red beans and rice gets. So I need to find a good mild red beans and rice recipe. How many? 3, okay. No, we do not. When I worked in Virginia, they did, but up here they do not have a pool of acceptable losses for snow. If we have too many snow days, then they extend the school year. But we had to give, right now we've given up President's Day and one of our... What the... Does that really throw that much light? I guess so. Yeah, the school district, the school system I worked for down in Virginia had that. We had actually, the school system I worked at in Virginia was really good. They had 15 days. And then after 15 days, you could apply for a waiver from the state to not make up anymore anyway, because there's there's an upper limit. Because some years down there, you would just never go to school because of... Get back here. No. We do not get another... This is not... That is not how education works. I don't care, honestly. Because I really, really, really don't want to... extend the school year. We start early, but we're done. The kids are done as of right now. In my district, the kids are done the Friday before Memorial Day, which is perfect. I am 100% fine with this. Yeah, no, we don't, we don't get, education doesn't have such things as, flex days or anything like that. I know this looks weird. I'm gonna fill it in a second. But not like that. But not like that. Yeah, well, yeah, so it's more a case of bleh, words. Words are hard. For example, we still, even though we had both of our snow days before it, they don't touch Martin Luther King Day. That is not a thing that's gonna happen. So I still had MLK Day. It's just rough because there's nothing really to there's nothing really to look forward to. Spring break's not till April. But it is what it is. I knew what I was getting into when I took the job. Because I do remember my first year at my old school, when I was in Virginia, I said to somebody, they're like, yay, snow day. I'm like, yeah, but then we have to make it up. And they're like, no, we don't. And I was like, excuse me? And they're like, yeah, no, we build them we go longer we have a longer school day than we need to, and we go a few days extra so we don't ever have to make up snow days. And I'm like, yes, this is a thing I can get behind. Yes, Speedy for yes, it is still. I still walk into the building and occasionally have to pinch myself that this is like I get to do this, that this is my classroom and this is my job, and I get to come to work every day and finally do what I knew I always wanted to do. Yeah, we get, honestly, I will say, speaking of Thanksgiving and Christmas, we do get a couple days extra at Thanksgiving. Back up in Erie, we only got Monday for this, but we hear they get Monday and Tuesday. For deer season. So we get 2 days off. Yeah, clear. There we go. It was a couple. Somebody actually asked me that. Somebody actually asked me that the other day. Are you still glad you made this move? And I was like, so yes, so much, all of the yes. Of course, then they asked you, they're like, have you found a place to live yet? And I'm like, nope. Oh yeah, no, we get days off for the first day of deer season here. Honestly, what it comes down to, and this is gonna sound kind of weird, but probably not so weird. They wouldn't have enough subs because between the teachers that hunt and the kids that hunt in this area, nobody would be in school. Oops. What are you doing? Oh. The computer's like, what are you doing? You keep clicking the wrong thing, you big dummy. One of our offices basically shuts down for... Yeah, that's... Yeah, this school would be empty. Like, seriously empty. I probably should take some measurements and figure out how I want to do this. Because the keys... Okay, so keys are 1/2 inch. And they nest right on top of each other. Well, I mean, not to put too fine a point on it here, but, oh wait, I did this. Yeah, this needs to be, actually. For some of the kids around here, hunting, it's not necessary. Like, I live in an area of the country where, for some people, the deer season and whatever is actually part of their, like, that's their, like, part of their meat for the year. Like, they bag their limit and they preserve and freeze it, and that's like part of their family's quote-unquote groceries. Like, they count on that meat as part of their... Yeah, it's not just recreation here for a lot of people. It's actually sustenance hunting. So I totally, like, I get it, and I know, and I've had, and I'm fine with it, because deer are large brown rats that eat my plants, and you poop at the end of my, it's not my driveway anymore, but they pooped at the end of my driveway because there was a tree there that they liked to eat the fruit that fell off of, and then I would have to drive through deer poop to get my car in the driveway. I am not a fan of deer. People are like, oh, they're so beautiful. They're a nuisance. Yeah, they stock their freezers with it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So, yeah, that's... I mean, when I was growing up in Erie, we had at least one day off. When I lived in Virginia, we got the Wednesday before Thanksgiving off because a lot of people had to travel. But up here, we go that Wednesday. But even when I was a kid, we went that Wednesday. But then usually we had that Monday off because that's because deer season started. Oh, you mean I have what? There's just some sheeps. Sheep friends and reindeer friends, and I think this is a pit full of this is a pit full of zombie friends. With some stuff. Hi. Hi. What's in here? Can I not open chests because it's in... I don't know. You can go away. Okay, right. Focus on what you're doing before you do something stupid. The sheep are busy wool gathering. This is actually, no, this isn't 8-bit weapon. This is Big Giant Circles. I get to yell, it's my channel. No, I a lot of times, because when I'm using this finger to hit shift to do like sneak and stuff, I miss and hit caps lock all the time, and I don't realize it until I go to like type console commands or something. Or like I switch over to like social media, because if I'm just like playing. I should go find some ape. The trick is finding stuff that you can stream. Did I just go too far? I think I went too far. Yeah, I did. I totally went too far. Without getting in trouble. So you need to be like Big Giant Jimmy Big Giant Circles has already said, like, as long as you give me credit, I'm not gonna come after you if you use my music on stream, which is what the Bang Music is for, mostly. Because just like there's so many people out there that just don't care. Alright, now we want to try and get some of that. Yeah, no, I know. I need to get. I know. I wonder if that I would like to use that, honestly. I don't know if it's gonna. So, like, the trick with this is and always has been, everything with music, with DRM management, with Twitch and YouTube is done with bots. So it's not even like there's somebody there to like plead your case to if you get dinged. I mean, there is, but it takes forever. So in that's you know, like when I was streaming Nox, I asked Electric Moo if I had permission, and we still had issues, believe it or not, with the auto mod feature of, I can't remember if it was Twitch or YouTube. It was one. I think it was YouTube, actually. I don't think Twitch was a pain, but I think YouTube was a pain. That's why I kind of stopped using. Like, I didn't want to stop playing Electric Moo before the stream or whatever, but that, you know, wasn't my first choice, but I was getting yelled at by YouTube. And Electric Moo had to, like, put a bunch of, like, paperwork and crap in to tell them, like, yeah, no, this is fine. I said she could do this. Like, I'm okay with this. Because, you know, the automated system was like, no, you cannot do this. This is copyrighted. Yes, it was a very bad robot. While I sit here and try to carve curves out of this behemoth, what that I have built. I also don't know why Minecraft has decided that it's going to pour down rain today, but it is. It is at least sunshiny outside here today, even if it is a trifle cold. But yeah, so next project. Okay. So I was thinking, which is, you know, insert jokes, you know, insert, you know, whatever joke you want to insert about, you know, thinking is dangerous, what, etc., here. You know, I'm just gonna hollow it out, and then I'll figure out what it looks like underneath after I hollow it out. Because I want to play more with Nox Archaeist. I am, you know, the making of book is coming out. There's, you know, there's a lot of cool stuff happening there. And then I remembered that one of the beta testers, because yes, that is exactly the production company, had been experimenting with speedrunning with Nox Archaeist. I believe it was Rickles was the beta tester in question, and I said, to myself, wouldn't it be cool if? Which is never how you want me to start a sentence. Wouldn't it be cool if you could learn the speedrun of Nox Archaeist and then apply to be on GDQ, which is Games Done Quick, which is a twice a year fundraiser that speedrunning community does. And I said to myself, that sounds like a really ambitious goal, but sure, question mark? Was Nox behind the music? Cool, I'm gonna have to go watch it. So I talked to Rickles today because I figure I'm gonna ask first, since he's the one that came up with the strategies. And Rickles was like, yeah, that sounds... So yeah, I am going to be learning the Nox Archaeist speedrun with an eye to applying to perform it at a GDQ event. Depending on how things shake out with their events, I mean, I'm interested in see how, because they've been doing virtual GDQs, obviously, for the last couple of years, because Pandini. But I'm kind of hoping that they continue to do, because I feel like it's going to get a lot of people able to perform at a GDQ who might not have otherwise been able to do so. Like me, for example, like I can't take an entire week off. That's just like, that is an absolute impossibility for me to take an entire week off during the school year. So I'd have to either travel during the summer one, or I think that the winter one used to be right down in Rockville, Maryland. I think it's still in that Rockville, Gaithersburg, Maryland-ish. I thought I heard hissing and poofing area, which wouldn't be too bad because I could totally like day trip down and do if I had to go in live. But I'd much rather do it virtually because I don't really want to. That would also involve, like, you know, packing up the GS. So I don't know. This is just kind of like a pipe dream. But Nox is so cool. And I want to. And now I want to try and break it, because that's what speedrunning is breaking games. That's what, yeah, and that's the other thing. Like several years ago, I can't remember. I'm sure it's on YouTube because everything that they do ends up on YouTube. Somebody did it was like 5 minutes, not even, but they speed ran Oregon Trail on their 2GS, the 8-bit Oregon Trail. So I'm pretty sure part of the speed run involved the fact that the GS runs at, you know, twice the clock speed that the 8-bit does. But since Cucumba was involved and Nox corrects for that already, which is amazing and super helpful. Yeah, the book is coming out very, very soon. That's kind of what actually, I mean, not gonna lie, that's kind of what got me thinking, was the fact that the book is coming out. That this might be a fun and interesting and kind of goofy thing to do. Hey, look, now we can see what the heck we're doing. Alright, 2 in and 3 over. Yeah, I do too. I like, yeah, I always loved like behind the music, or like how it's made. I could sit and watch how it's made for hours. I love to watch how it's made. So I'm all about, I mean, that's, you know, when I was, you know, when it comes to theater, I mean, when I did acting when I was a kid, but one of the things I learned when I was, you know, mentoring kids was I'm a technician. I'm a backstage kind of how the pieces fit together. Like one of the coolest parts, I chaperoned a trip to New York for the theater department when I was at my old school. And one of the coolest parts for me was we actually got to tour backstage of one of the shows, and it was just really cool to see like how a professional backstage looked, like how, you know, this is where, how they do quick change costumes, and this is how we, you know, and like it was very cool because they had a ton of machinery to like fly sets and stuff in and out. A lot of it was automated as opposed to what I was used to, which was, you know, obviously in high school everybody's just pushing stuff around on casters or whatever. That's starting to look like something. We're going to, actually. Because then we can do this. So yeah, no, seeing like some of the automation and whatnot that they had was extremely interesting to me. Yeah, that and the Disney store in Times Square, because, you know, we were in New York, had a display of costumes from, because that was, we were there when Captain Marvel, Captain Marvel was probably one of the first after I started caring. Does this have vertical slabs? I don't remember. That I didn't get to see on. Nope. Opening weekend, and that was because I was in New York with a bunch of kids, which was super worth it. Like I said, because I got to do things like go see. God, that's enormous. I got to go see To Kill a Mockingbird with Jeff Daniels when Jeff Daniels was still playing Atticus, and I got to go see, you know, backstage of an actual musical and cool stuff like that. That's kind of like this kind of thing too. It's like I enjoy the idea of looking at that's why I like these little computers. I like taking stuff apart. I like seeing how things work. Alright, keys. Which we're definitely going to use slabs for. I'm trying to figure out how to make them just... We could do it with snow. That'd be awesome. No, we're not doing it with snow. Yeah, it was a really good experience. I got to see that. I saw the prom. I saw King Kong, and I saw King Lear with Glenda Jackson, who is like amazing, old school, like Broadway, like has been there forever. Like, got a huge ovation when she first walked out as King Lear. It was so good. It was an extremely, and it was a very, very good production. I think it was still in previews, and I don't know if it ever actually got out of previews. But it was a very, very good production of King Lear. Unfortunately, the one show I really want to see, which wasn't. I am so upset right now that Jagged Little Pill closed forever, and I'm not going to get to see it on Broadway because I really, really wanted to see that show. Concrete slab, hempcrete slab, concrete tile slab. Alright, so... I'm trying to figure out the best way to do keys. Because as I said before, there's not a really like a plan for this. This is really just me very organically playing around in the world and figuring out how this is gonna look. So yeah, I mean, it is also kind of nice because now I have an excuse to like never go to... I did not enjoy New York as a place. Let's put it that way. It was loud, and it was stinky, and it was people-y, and it just wasn't my cup of tea. The enter key goes here, so this is delete. All right. Yeah, anybody who thought I was going to do a ton of math for this, I am extremely sorry to disappoint you. Yeah, so I'm hoping that the show goes, the Jagged Little Pill goes on tour, and I do get to at least see it in some way, shape, or form, because that was absolutely, in my college years, one of my favorite albums. I was very into angry girl music. Go figure. Actually, I like this better anyway. Shows are fun. Yeah, like, I could not even deal with, like, living in New York City. Like, that would make me just, like... I mean, aside from the fact that it's expensive as heck... It is loud and stinky, and I'm just not feeling it. Will this thing do slabs? No, it will not do slabs. Time to break a bunch of blocks. Well, then we're gonna have to agree to disagree because... So, keep it... 48K, keep in mind, 19, 20-year-old college student, female. I was the target market for that album. Like, I was literally the target audience. But I just remember listening to that and Weezer. Weezer was big in my friends group. This is tab. This is control. Shift. Enter. I mean, I still unashamedly love that album. I still have. I mean, it's on my car. It's on my iPhone right now. I have that. I have the live version, and I have the Broadway show soundtrack loaded on my iPhone at this very moment. Although this week I've been rocking a lot of the Destiny soundtrack because woo! Witch Queen comes out. Yay! That's almost starting to look like something. I am a little afeared that this is going to work. But yeah, new Destiny content, Witch Queen. Yearly expansion drops on Tuesday, so if I drop off the face of the earth for a few days, that is why. I am screaming and yelling at Bungie because, oh my gosh, what the heck. But yeah, no, I mean, then that's the thing, like... And here's the thing, like what you like, and don't worry about it. Nobody cares. Like what you like. Listen to what you want to listen to, and don't worry about it. Especially, like, you know, especially like in my case, I'm the only one in the car. And if I'm not the only one in the car, I invoke the "it's my car, I make the payments" rule. The old "my name is on the title, I'm the one driving" deal. Right, exactly. Life's too short. Like, if somebody tells you that you have, you know, cruddy taste in music, you shrug, you move on. Wish there was a way to smooth, like, these slabs. But I am kind of happy with how this is coming out. Yeah, good rule. Yeah, like, I spent a long time learning how to be comfortable in my own skin. And I'm not ever gonna let someone just say, no, why do you listen to that? Because I want to. I mean, I was listening to, back in the day, before, you know, when we had to, like, download fan subs, and, you know, back in, I remember hooking my stereo. That actually doesn't look too bad. There is nothing wrong with Yanni. I have Pure Moods 1 and Pure Moods 2, and I'm pretty sure there's at least one Yanni song on there. Yanni is awesome. But, yeah, listen to what you want to listen to. Who cares? Alright, we have a keyboard. We have a keyboard. I'm actually really, really happy with how this came out. And will be more so. And we can light up underneath it. Yay! 128 keyboard biddies! Thank you! This is actually starting to look like something. I'm a little afeared. Yeah, no, I listen to, you know, I'm rolling down the... Oh, when I was in college, hi, ADHD, ADHD, how can I help you? I was downloading MP3s of anime music, and, you know, back in the day, the only way you could listen to MP3s was on Winamp. And cars only had cassette decks, because this was the 90s, and when I was in college, it was the 90s. And I'm like, how can I listen to all this awesome Sailor Moon music that I have found and enjoy listening to? Yeah, that came out. And get it into my car, which has a cassette deck. So I hit upon the idea. I had one of those bookshelf stereos where your stereo and you had like the two detached speakers, and it had like it had the tuner, and it had the cassette deck, and then it had I had inputs on the back, and I had just like a little Discman like hooked up to it. So it didn't even have a built-in CD player yet. And now we don't. I mean, now, and I had a sound card. Probably a Sound Blaster or Sound Blaster clone. I don't remember, but it had speakers. It had a line out. So I got. I'm trying to remember how I did this. What I know is I hooked the bookshelf stereo. I ran out of the line out of the computer into the. I unplugged the CD player, and I got the pin jack to left right, because that was back in the days when you could go to Radio Shack and buy cables like that, and they had everything you could ever want. And I would make cassette tapes for my car off of my computer. And then I was such a dork, I would take, so, you know, I would go and I would buy the cassettes, and, you know, back in the day, you know, cassettes, when you bought a cassette, it came in its little plastic case. And so I actually had a template on Microsoft Word, because that's what I had on my computer at the time. 2, 3. And I made liner notes. Well, not necessarily liner notes, but I at least would put like a picture on the cover of the case, and I would put on the spine like what it was. I have record store listenings. Yeah, if you liked it before you knew what it was, then you still like it. And yes, R.I.P. in-person Radio Shack. Yes, set tape I made off of Amiga mods. So I could. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh, do I miss in-person Radio Shack? Like, I cannot even explain how much I miss Radio Shack. Alright, we got ourselves a keyboard, yo. Okay. And now we want to play with mouse. Squeak. Alright, so mouse is... Get out our handy... Atari for cassette like case. Like, yeah, I'm sure stuff existed. I had a color inkjet. One of my this first summer I worked at the amusement park. And I was just it was my summer between my freshman and sophomore year of college, and I was just making money. Like, I was making money hand over fist. I was able to cobble, and wasn't hard. I picked up 2 big upgrades for our dorm room. One was TV VCR combination, because oh my gosh, we had a VCR in our room. We could go to Giant Eagle and rent VHS tapes. And also it was a color TV, which was an upgrade. We had a black and white our first year. My roommate brought just a black and white TV because that was all we could get our hands on. And a color inkjet printer, which was a huge deal back in those days. So it was like, I have a color printer. My freshman year, I had a dot matrix. The computer came with a dot matrix, like a Star Centronics dot matrix printer, only black and white. 1, 2, 3, about 3.5 inches. I have never in person experienced SATAMU, but I have gone to. I have a number of them. I bought a fan subbed SATAMU videotape. I have at least one of those that I bought. I have a ton of it downloaded. I have also watched the entirety. I have and have downloaded the entirety of the live action Sentai Sailor Moon. And when the Alamo Theater was showing one of the more recent ones, this was only a few years ago because I was living in Virginia. I went, and my friend, like, it was awesome. Like, a couple friends of mine and I got together, and we were like the oldest weebs at the Sailor Moon thing, and it was very cool. I have done SATAMU cosplay. I have a SATAMU Sailor Pluto that I made, and I have Eternal Sailor Moon. Do not have pictures of either of them handy. But yes, I have SATAMU, and I have SATAMU soundtracks that I totally got my hands on back in the day. Yes, I love me some SATAMU. That's gonna drive me nuts until I get that fixed. We're gonna make that go away. So yes, I have won awards for my my Sailor Moon. Gosh, now I need to see if I can find a picture of it. Let me see if I can find a picture of it. Did you? Yes. Pi-induced coma. Hey, pi-induced comas are the best kind. All right, let me see if I can find a picture of it. There is no such thing as too much pi. One of my friends has, I know there is one, I just need to find it. Is a math teacher, and she has the t-shirt that says, it's a cat, and the cat, it says, I get my large circumference from pi. Let me see. I know this is Me looking for things in my photos in my photo archive is just absolutely riveting. I know. But this was several years ago that I did this. So I'm gonna have to drill down into the archive a little bit. Because now I was very I did a first draft, I guess you could call it, of this dress, like, years and years ago when I still lived in Pittsburgh. But I got sick. And by I got sick, I mean I essentially had a nervous breakdown. Let's not put too fine a point on it. You know, normalized mental health problems. I literally just could, like, I finished it, but I completely like half-assed it. Oh, here's. Because it was like one of those, I signed up. Let's download it. Let's open this in. So that's it. That's me backstage in the green room. I made that. It took a lot of work, like ridiculous amounts of work, like obscene amounts of work. I don't think I've been to an OhioCon. No. I haven't gone to OhioCon in years. I haven't gone to an anime con since Anime USA, like 2008. But yeah, that's my... Yeah, that's me. I made all of that. It's foam core. It's foam core, and obviously it's fabric, but the wings are foam core, and the headband is made out of Bondo, and I won Best Recreation for this costume at Balticon. I don't even remember what year. So I used to be really good at this stuff back in the day. Oh yeah, that was so much work, and that's like I said, that's the second iteration. I had but all that was left, really, the leotard and the dress were all that I had. Like the leotard and the skirts, because it's actually two separate. No, it's not. It was two separate pieces at the time. I started from, that was like all I had left over, like the wings and the front bow and the boots and pretty much everything that I had from the first iteration of the costume got junked because it was just garbage. Yes, I remember the Salad Time Soldiers. I am an elder otaku. So that's 2 inches. Yeah, about 2 inches by about 1. I'm like counting dots. Let's go 2 by 4. Yeah, I used to be that's probably, that doesn't look right. Oh yeah, no, I've been a nerd for a very long time. Let's see here. Actually, let's do it like this. Let's compare it. Okay, it is. Yeah, I stopped going to anime conventions, and pretty much I stopped competing as well. I'm less doing this with measurement now and more just eyeballing it, because I find that eyeballing it seems to work better. Because Oops. I annoyed a lot of people doing something that wasn't technically wrong, and I stand by to the day that I didn't do anything wrong, but apparently all of the sad weebs. Okay, one sad weeb who didn't win anything at the show. This was, I had made, I am not going to drill down because I know there are no pictures of that on this machine. If I have pictures of that, they're on my laptop buried in a file somewhere. I did the Princess Sailor Moon from the live action, like, Super Sentai type Sailor Moon show. I'm just gonna, like, I'm going to do Michelangelo this. I'm going to put a big block of quartz here, and then I'm going to remove anything that isn't a mouse. And I won. That was, they had 4 categories that year. They had Journeyman, or they had Novice, Journeyman, Master, and Open. And because I read the manual! Funny how that works. Sometimes. Nearest I get to cosplay. I did cosplay at a Kansas Fest one time. Actually, I've cosplayed at a couple Kansas Fests. I made an Apple II inspired... I didn't wear the Apple II inspired dress because I was never really happy with how it came out. But I do have... if anybody I've worn it several times at Kansas Fest, the floppy disk. I have a poodle skirt where instead of a poodle it has a floppy disk on it. And I cosplayed as the mascot to because K-Fest 2017, we had Brutal Deluxe as our keynote speakers, and they were really, really good. And one of the things that they had brought it was called the Alice. It was like this needs to be a little bit longer. It was some sort of European clone. But there was a really cool character on the front of the, I think it needs to be a little skinnier too. The manual. So I took a picture of that, and I can't remember if it was the next year or the year after. I think it was the next year. I think it was 2018 when I made that outfit and actually cosplayed at Kansas Fest. I mean, 2017, I did do the, I took my hunter cloak. I made a Destiny hunter cloak, and I made it out of green, and I drew, like, lines on it so it looked like a printed circuit board. And I took my little ghost, because I had just gotten my 3D printed ghost from a friend. And I was a relic hunter, and I had, I took my old soldering iron and I put it in, like, a holster on my belt, and I had, like, the gloves and the boots. It was very fun. So I have a history of doing weird things, weird cosplay-esque things at Kansas Fest. That would be for the tie contest. For those of you keeping score, one of the things that we're like, what in the world? How does that work at an Apple thing? We have this contest. It's called Tie One On, and it was Roger Wagner. I think it was Roger Wagner. I'm pretty sure it was Roger Wagner. It used to be known for his eclectic taste in ties. So they had they started out as a goofy tie contest. And it was a goofy tie contest for a long time until I showed up. This is wrong. It's not that it's wrong, it's that it's backwards. But because I'm only half paying attention to the design. So my first year, 2016, was when I made the poodle skirt. Which, by the way, wearing a wool poodle skirt in Kansas City in July is dumb. Yes. Blindness induced. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did have that on when I did. Yes, in 2019, I did have that on. So yeah, JCM, I had originally made that for 2016, and I had somewhere I have a little cape that went with it. It was the disk drive, and it did have a little LED on it. I have no idea where any of that stuff is. Well, I do. It's in a box. It's in a box. Yes, you're right. I did go blind I did wear that when I was talking about going blind in 2019. So yeah, I used to do, this was before I was a retro computer hobbyist. I was a weeb. Let's not put too fine a point on it. Anybody who's seen, and anybody who's also seen the sweatshirts that I have that I make, the hoodies that I make that have like custom art on it, and there's I did a whole thing at Kansas Fest about how you too can do this. I walked back in the room and heard poodle skirt. Yeah, there exists from Kansas. If you they're on Ken Gajny's site. I know for a fact that it exists there. Pictures of me at the tie contest that year. I feel like organically designing this mouse was not a good idea. So like, I'm not gonna go. You can go digging for that because you're not gonna have to dig too far. That's definitely online. So if you go find Ken's Kansas Fest 2016 photos, and I'm sure other people, because there were a lot of flash bulbs going off. And I made like a little headband out of printer ribbon with a actual like integrated circuit in it. I did a whole thing. I'm weird. This I know. There are just some things Apple never wanted you to try and recreate in Minecraft. And one of them was this bloody mouse. Oh yeah, no, this is a safe space for all of the weirds. I really don't like this. I am not sure how this is going to work. I feel like we're closer. I feel like I'm getting closer to what I want it to be. The keyboard was easy compared to this. But yeah, so no, I used to like, and I mean, are there days that I miss it? Yeah. But it's just, and honestly, if something came up, oh, you know what? I think I know what needs to happen here to make this look right. Slaps. Let's use some, woo! Hey, get back here. Oh yeah, the slabs are definitely doing the thing that the slabs are helping a lot. I can fix my own clothes, which is very cool. And if something, I'm sure that's actually starting to look like something. I would do costuming again if something popped in my head and I wanted to do it badly enough. I would still like get the stuff and do it. I'd be super rusty. I made a skirt over the summer and I did not realize quite how rusty I actually was until I tried to make this skirt. I was like, oh yeah, there's all kinds of things I did a bunch of things I did wrong, and I was like, you know better. You very much know better. Yeah, changing phone sucks. That's why I'm avoiding it. I am super avoiding changing phones. But yeah, so that's yeah, let's go with that. Yeah, there's my 2017. If you want to know how I do stuff like this, this is my Destiny sweater. Obviously, I have Destiny stuff out. I did an entire Kansas Fest talk in 2017, my second year. Yes, because Olivier Zardini kept trying to like nick my hoodies because I called him out in the middle of the session for it, but how I do that with Photoshop and what tools I use for that. I use mine mostly for interwebs. It is pocket internet at this point. But I do occasionally make phone calls on it. Because like, I mean, my boomer parents still want to talk. My mother wants to hear my voice. She's told me this multiple times. She's like, I want to hear your voice because that's how I can tell by your tone. I can't tell by a text message. I want to hear you talk because that's how I can tell if you're okay or not. It still looks like a giant sled, and I'm still just, this is the dumbest. Probably one of the dumber things I've tried to do in my life lately is recreate this thing. And like I get why 2FA is important. I really do. And I'm not knocking 2FA as a thing. But holy wow, is it a pain in the butt sometimes. I feel like there's no good way for this to not just look like a giant slab. Oh, okay. So So what you're saying is there's no real actual reason for it beyond making me pretending I feel better. Trying to do the button. Oh yeah, no, like, we're forced at school to use 2FA because we have Google everything. So I have to use 2FA by text, or I have to use some form of 2FA. Trying to make without resorting to chisels and bits, because I really don't want to resort to chisels and bits, although that might be the solution here. This is why I don't like chisels and bits. And like, yes, I'm pretty sure there are ways to use console commands to automate this stuff. I am not that smart. And then there's that problem. You gotta know, I hate that. I always sign up for 2FA if it's ask-based, but Noble is just stupid. It's called Chisels and Bits. It's a mod pack that lets you get really granular with the blocks, and is consequently very bad for OCD people like me who want to do things perfectly. There's just no contrast on this stupid thing. It is a giant block of white plastic. Hey Rex, welcome. Oh yeah, no, that's fine. If you are patient or no console commands or some form of those two things, then RAL 7044. Okay, yeah, that. So now I guess we have to connect this. Alright, this looks stupid. Well, I mean, that's not as stupid as it could be, I guess. Because we gotta connect all this stuff, right? Which means I need to put some ports on the back of this thing. How many of those did I use? 8? Sure. Because honestly, I really didn't think about... I am not going to try and make this a spiral cord. Remember last week how I said sometimes perfect is the enemy of good? Yeah, that. Alright, let's... That being said, we are going to try and plug it in to the right side of the machine. Ooh. I haven't looked at the back of one of these in a million years, so let's see. Okay, Apple Desktop Bus is underneath the plug. Good. I mean, I think that... Okay, so Apple Desktop Bus comes in, like, here. There. Oh, wait, is that... No, I don't like that. Let's go like that. That's better. Something doesn't look right there. So, yo. We have a mouse and a keyboard. And I legitimately need to turn up the render distance on Minecraft to see this. Yeah, it does look pretty good from above. I'm actually kind of happy with it. I knew the mouse was just never going to work like it was supposed to, or like I wanted it to. I also love that it's so big that I have to turn up the render distance. That's absolutely hysterical. Hey, Panda, how are ya? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are admiring our handiwork. We have a keyboard and we have a mouse. We need some disk drives to plug into this thing. Yeah, I'm kind of digging how this is coming out. Disk drives. Like here-ish. Because everyone always put their disk drives kind of flush with the back of the machine, I think, for some reason. For whatever reason. How big is the... What's the dimension? It'll hold... Oh... So you're just now waking up from your food coma, is what you're telling us, Panda. What are the dimensions of the 5 1/4 inch Apple floppy drive, which is sitting on my desk? But not in a place where I can actually reach it. Was not planning on getting that far. Ha ha ha. You funny. What you did there, I see it. 8 inches deep. So that's 8 times 4 is 32. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Oh my god, Minecraft, stop. It is that long. 1/2 1, 2, 3, 5, 6.5 wide. I don't know how much shielding is actually in this thing, to be honest. Word, so I can't move. Can't move head. One, two. Yeah, I guess that's about right. Two, 3, 1 inch, 2 inches, 2, 3, 4, 3 inches, 4 inches. What did I say it was? 1/2 1, 1.5 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 24 blocks. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. And now we go this way. So I figured 1 5 1/4 and 1 3 1/2. I'm not super worried about that because we got to fill this whole thing in anyway. I don't know, actually, to be honest, especially in the 5, I've had both these drives open a few times. There's really not that much, I feel like, in the way of shielding in these things. Because, at least for the Apple II, remember, pretty much all of the drive stuff, 1 inch, 2 1/2, so. 1 inch. Like 2 inches tall, yeah, that works. But yeah, no, remember, all of your disk drive stuff was controlled by the software. Or by the chip on the motherboard. There wasn't a lot going on. The drive wasn't, at least for the Apple IIs. Okay, why can I not jump? White girl can't jump. Oh yeah, the NES. I've had my NES open. That thing is nothing but shielding. Oh my gosh. Alright, so this one is 1, 2, 3, 4.5. So 16, 18. By honestly just as deep. Believe it or not. But yeah, no, the yeah, definitely the Nintendo. I mean, the GS itself. The disk drives, maybe not, but I will tell you what, I will tell you the GS has a serious amount of RF shielding, and some of it is seriously sharp because I cut myself on it when I was retrobrating my GS in 2016. Yeah, the Coco was, yeah, the Coco was not messing around. And this is weirding, it's weirding me out just because, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do this just to give it a little bit more of a... The stack is actually taller than the GS, but, what was I thinking? Oh. Here. But not by much, and you don't notice it as much if you have a system saver, which I have a system saver. So I do not even remotely notice. Because with the system saver, the stack is much taller than the two drives. I don't retrobite 80s stuff, I scratched. Oh, can we please not talk about like avocado or whatever that piss yellow color was that everybody's kitchens were in the 70s? Like, can we seriously not talk about that color? That offends my eyes. Back when everything was yeah, and aspic. I mean, dude, and there's like Julia Child has a whole section in her cookbook devoted to aspic. Aspic is meat jelly. Who in their right mind thought that it would be a good idea to set down on their table a big Jell-O ring mold of beef stock with stuff floating in it? Like, I don't mind Jell-O with stuff floating in it. I have no problem with. My grandmother used to do Jell-O with carrots and pineapple, and it was super good, and I will always think of her. Whenever I see that or taste that. And, you know, Jell-O fruit and Jell-O. I've got no problem with fruit in Jell-O. Alright, so we're gonna do... But gelatinize the meat. Alright, we need... no. Rats. Yes, this is what I want. Like, why? Why the 70s? Why? No, I don't need that. I just need a straight up block of black quartz. No, black quartz. To make it look like it's deepest, darkest disk drive. So, once again, not... In 30 years, people look back on this time and discuss why everything was in the planet was blue denim. I mean, it probably was in response to all of the bright colors of the 80s. Let's not put too fine a point on it. In case you're wondering, no, I have not figured out, as I sit here doing this, I have not in fact figured out how I'm planning on doing the door. But we are going to get at least this far. Disk drives are actually... The disk drives aren't... I knew the disk drives were going to be basically trivial compared to especially the mouse. Two? Yeah, two. Okay. Star Trek didn't... Oh, the Star Trek The Motion Picture, like... Yeah, the design aesthetic for that was just so bad. So very bad. What am I trying to do? Okay, so... 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do I have in... Do I have in tan? Or how about light brown? brown? Because I would really not... Ooh. 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 That's a good color. Oh my god. Crap, please. Going up. Yeah, and so Wrath of Khan, fun fact, like, they wanted to try again, but they also knew that, like, Star Trek the Motion Picture was an enormous money sink. Like, Paramount lost so much money on that. I don't know if they lost money, but it certainly didn't make what they expected it to make. Wrath of Khan was produced in Paramount's television division. Hey, we've got disc drives, yo. Complete with blinky red lights. Star Trek the Motion Picture, it was good on paper. It just needed to be about an hour shorter. And somebody needed to, like, learn about color. Yeah, I mean... Hook up the lights to red stuff. I could do, like, some sort of... make them actually blink. That might be a project for another stream, though, because we're approaching 3 o'clock, and I have... Fortunately, as much as I would love to hang out and just continue to work on this, I wish I had vertical slabs. There are mod packs that have vertical slabs. I think we made good progress today. Yay! 140 kilobytes! 140... Yay! Thank you for those disc biddies! What do you... But yeah, this is coming along, actually. I think that the door could maybe go up by 1, but that's not... That might be just a little off by 1 error that I can totally fix on my own. A GoTech for... No. Alright, we're gonna kill iTunes. We're gonna go back to the booth. Maybe. Yes, we are. Haha! We're going to quit Snorsh. And we're going to say thank you to everybody for hanging out and for stopping by and for chatting and being just essentially just geeking out, because that's basically what we did. I'm looking to see who's on. Oh, hey, cool. Who is online right now that we can go bother? Read, bother. This is looking really... Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm really actually kind of impressed with how far we got today. I would like to at least get them up. There's probably going to be at least one more week of this, just because I need to find... What I'm really having a hard time finding is a timing, like an on-screen timer for speedrunning that is written... There's the one that everybody says to use on speedrun.com is only written for Windows. Go figure. So yeah, that's a thing that's not helpful at all. Thank you very much. So I'd like to so that's the big thing I got to figure out, is how I'm going to do on-screen timers. And I know there's got to be a way. I know I'm not the only person with this problem. I looked for about 5 minutes this morning. But we're gonna all go say hi to Amiga Bill because he's streaming on the road from a hotel. So like, gotta give props for that. That's like, wow. That is not a thing I would try to do. I know someone who's stuck living in a hotel right now and not very happy about it because Destiny 2 new content is dropping. But yeah, so we're gonna go say hi to Amiga Bill. In the meantime, I will. Yeah, ping me offline. Yeah, ping me offline. That would be super helpful. Thanks everybody for cheering and following and subscribing and watching and lurking and chatting and kibitzing and being nerds and hanging out. And I cannot wait to see you all again. I really needed this today, by the way. So I'm so glad. I was like, tired. I'm so glad I went online because I needed this. So I will see you all next week. And as always, thanks for watching.